Hello. I wanted to chat just for a minute about what to do when something unexpected happens. And I had chatted about this a couple of months ago, but I just had this happen to me again, and I think it's worth pausing to really notice what happens. Over the weekend, I inadvertently missed the date of an important event, and I had it incorrectly written down on my calendar for Sunday, and in fact the event, which was a really significant event for a friend of mine where I was to be present, was on Saturday. And so I'm humming along through my weekend, and all of a sudden I got a phone call from my friend saying, "Where are you?" And in that flash of realization that I had made a mistake that had gravity, and my not being present in a place where I was supposed to have been really came washing over me in a really big way. And I went from 0 to 1,000 with those 3 words: where are you? And I'm thinking about, what do you do when this happens? You know, I dropped right into franticness and turning my car around and driving back home and getting my things together and changing my clothes and heading out the door in 5 minutes or less and heading off to this event. But really, I felt like a terrible friend. I felt like I'd let her down. I really do try and honor my commitments. I try and be responsible and reliable. And all of those things bumped up against, holy Toledo, I really made a big mistake here. And I'm grateful for my training with nonviolent communication, because in NVC, nonviolent communication, there's this idea of feelings and needs. Anytime we have a feeling, it's because there's a need in us that's either met or unmet. So I had needs in that moment for presence, for being reliable, for being trustworthy, for being a good friend, for contributing. And none of those things were happening. You know, I'm in the wrong place in the wrong time. I didn't even know I had made an error. I'm so grateful that she called me. So NVC can allow us to be more emotionally agile during times like that. And afterwards, hopefully, to be able to integrate and deal with our thinking where maybe without this framework of being able to say, okay, I have needs for service, I have needs for contributing. I was able at the end of this event to help break down the chairs and carry tables and help clean up, and I could still contribute in ways that I was happy to do, even though it hadn't necessarily happened on the front end as I had anticipated. So life won't always be clean. We will make mistakes. Sometimes we won't even know we've made mistakes until we hear our impact on other people. But I invite you to use your agility, develop your feelings vocabulary, know what needs you are trying to meet and what are different ways that you can meet them. And above all else, try and give yourself grace throughout this tipsy-turvy life. Thanks so much for sitting and sharing with me today.